Welcome to Little Wenlock, a small village in Shropshire, and I'm pleased to tell you about how we are making our village hall as green as possible as we all move towards net zero. Our green journey started around 15 years ago when Little Wenlock was chosen by Telford Energy Advice Centre as a case study for what could be done in a rural community. We had one of their energy advisors living in the village. Our target then was to reduce our carbon footprint by 10% by the year 2010. At the village hall, we started recording our meter readings every month to measure how we were doing. This has given us a very comprehensive set of real-world data continuing today. In 2011, the last open-cast coal mining was carried out in the parish, and the mining company put up some money for community projects as a sweetener for the community. There may be a lesson here for solar farm developers. The village hall asked for money towards solar panels on our roof to convert dirty coal energy into clean solar power. Our new three-phase 10 kilowatt PV system started generating in 2012 in June, and we have a real-time display in the hall showing just how the system is working, what we are generating and how much carbon we've saved. We immediately showed a reduction in our power used from the mains of around 3,000 units per year. The graph shows the annual total power generated and used every year since 2008. The red line shows the power used from the mains. The green line shows what the rooftop PV has been generating. This shows that the reduction in usage from the mains from installing the PV was around 3,000 units per year on average. These are real figures for our village hall, and the decline is due to rooftop PV and nothing else. It also shows the consistent generation from the PV over the 10 years. There's no evidence of any decline in efficiency, even though the solar panel data sheets say efficiency may decline by 1 or 2% per year, and we were consistently generating more than we were using. In 2017, we got a grant to upgrade our lights to LED low energy lights. Part of the deal was that we should hold an energy related event, so we chose to hold an electric car day. Our prize exhibits were the first Teslas to come to the village, and at the other extreme we had some cyclists to tell us how we really should be travelling. We included a zero carbon barbecue. It was an electric barbecue powered entirely by the solar panels from the roof. So as the electric meter didn't move and Roy didn't burn the burgers, it was truly zero carbon. In 2019, we were clearly generating more power than we were using, so we decided to install 8 kilowatt hours of energy storage batteries. These store any excess power generated by the solar panels instead of exporting it back to the grid. Then when the sun goes down, the hall can run on the batteries until they're discharged and the mains takes over again. Batteries are quite expensive and complicated, single phase and three phase, located on the AC side or the DC side of the circuits, the effect on the feed-in tariff, etc. So you need to look at this carefully. In 2020, with climate change rising up everyone's agenda, we decided to look at replacing the original oil-fired boiler that heated the radiators. It was our biggest project so far. We looked at all the technologies and finally took advice from a qualified renewable energy consultant. It was the best £200 we'd spent, in my view. He advised us to go for air-to-air units in the main hall and an air-to-water system for the committee room and the other small rooms. The whole project was funded by some village hall money plus generous grants from the Marches Renewable Energy Fund, Telford and Wrekin Climate Action Fund, Shropshire and Telford Community Energy and Little Wenlock Parish Council. Many thanks to them all. These are the air-to-air units in the main hall. They blow warm air in the winter and cool air in the summer. Do you remember last year's heat wave? We have 2 units in the ceiling of the main hall. You can see these type of units in supermarkets and many buildings with large volume to heat. We also had a circulation fan fitted to help the circulation of the warm or cold air if required. We were able to remove the old water-filled radiators, which had never really worked very well at all. The brown block box in the middle contains our drop-down projector. For the committee room, kitchen, loos and lobby, we went for an air-to-water heat pump system which pumps hot water around the original pipe work for the radiators. As the water temperature is lower, we needed to get larger radiators, so we can showcase two types of heat pump technology here. These are the outside units at the back of the hall. The new system was commissioned in October 2021. We're still taking monthly meter readings, so we have now completed a full year of 2022 with the heat pumps as our only source of heat for the hall. Heat pumps use electricity, but with an efficiency gain that allows 1 kilowatt of electricity to produce around 3 kilowatts of heat. So our electric usage is higher, but our carbon footprint is much reduced. The carbon footprint is calculated from our real figures for mains electricity and oil and the government figures for the carbon content of mains electricity and oil. We were using 2,000 litres of oil per year when we had the oil-fired boiler. When our present electricity contract finishes, we hope to switch to a green energy provider so our carbon footprint will drop even further. So what's the overall impact of all the measures we have taken? Before the PV was installed, we were using on average around 9,500 units per year from the mains and running the oil boiler using 2,000 litres of oil for heating as well. Plenty of carbon footprint. In 2022, with only heat pumps for the heat and no oil, we used 10,600 units of electricity from the mains, including the heating. So the solar panels and the other measures we've taken have clearly made a big impact. We have, in effect, replaced 2,000 litres of oil in 2010 with 1,100 units of electricity in 2022. So we are all in favour of rooftop PV. To summarise the numbers for our village hall over the last 12 months. These are the actual units in kilowatt hours for what we've been generating and using. They're standard units of electricity and they're valued at a unit price of 52 pence per unit. That was the new price cap for domestic properties in the famous mini budget of 2022. Who knows what the price will be in the future for village halls. Over the year we generated 9,714 kilowatt hours from the PV, valued at £5,051. Some was used in-house and some was exported. The savings from the batteries amounted to 743 kilowatt hours, valued at £386. That power would have been exported if we had no batteries. And the actual usage from the mains was 10,554 kilowatt hours, valued at £5,570. One unexpected benefit was revealed during the heat waves. The air conditioning units work very well to keep the hall cool. I did a trial over 4 hours on one sunny day with the air conditioning on full and the electricity meter didn't move over that 4-hour period. Telford and Wrekin Council now have us listed as a possible cool refuge if required during future heatwave events. It's part of their emergency planning process. Wearing another hat, I'm involved with Shropshire and Telford Community Energy, a new community benefit society aiming to develop community ownership of renewable energy. We're taking a local solar farm into community ownership. That project includes a community benefit fund to which local organisations can apply, and part of that fund went towards the heat pump system that we've just been talking about. We have a public share offer coming up soon with a planned return of 6%, so watch this space. Thank you very much.